Being the oldest among 4 girls wasn't a simple task. Our hardworking parents were rarely home due to their demanding jobs. Therefore, we were expected to perform the majority of the housework. Yet, we cherished those moments spent together collaborating on chores, and our sisterly bond only deepened despite the challenges of having to share a room. Transitioning to high school brought about changes. A move from a cramped 2-bedroom apartment to a spacious 3-bedroom duplex was exciting. The prospect of having my own room, facing the backyard, was a delight. One day, after my parents left the house to attend a wedding, I noticed my youngest sister darting in and out of rooms. Curious to see what she was up to, I trailed behind her, going up and down the stairs from floor to floor and room to room until I caught a glimpse of her exiting the backsliding door. However, as I stepped over the threshold, it was clear that nobody was outside. The small enclosed backyard was devoid of trees, bushes, or anything that could have served as a hiding place. Feeling perplexed, I went back inside the house only to catch her backside as she fled upstairs. I was 2 steps away from reaching the top when I saw her peeking from the slightly open door of our parents' room. She giggled as I teased about catching her. As I slowly made it halfway down the hallway, she slammed the door shut. I stood quietly outside the bedroom door and waited, attempting to create tension before springing myself upon her. I could hear movement from inside that sounded like she had jumped onto the bed and pulled the covers over herself. I flung the door open and yelled, "Gotcha!" I was expecting to see a small-sized lump underneath my parents' bed covers, but it was completely empty and untouched. My heart began to rapidly pulsate from fear, but I gathered enough courage to check out the closet. Also empty. I called her name only to be met with silence. Nobody was there. A creepy feeling overcame me, so I returned downstairs to the living room where I found my youngest sister asleep on the couch. It left me unsettled, but unsure how to express the bizarre experience. I asked the other siblings if she had been there the entire time. They confirmed that she had already fallen asleep before Mom and Dad left the house. The weird thing was that none of them seemed to notice that I had been traipsing through the house. More bizarre things continued to happen thereafter. During a hot summer night, we camped out in the living room with AC relief. My sisters snoozed on air mattresses, while I struggled to fall asleep on the couch. I sensed a touch on my hair, attributing it to a sibling, yet there was no one there. Panic set in when a persistent sensation of someone tugging my hair and touching my foot remained. I turned, glimpsing a shadowy child before it vanished. The following days and nights became torment. I began seeing figures at the bottom of the stairs, hearing voices call my name, and disturbing dreams disrupted my sleep. As my nightly encounters intensified, I thought it would be a good idea to leave my bedroom door open in case I needed to quickly escape. However, I started seeing a small figure by the door, sometimes appearing sad. Each night it came closer towards me, until it finally reached my bedside. The frightening entity whispered, "Wake up, I'm hungry." Then it vanished into thin air. After that, I experienced a period of calm. Unfortunately, the paranormal occurrences picked up again. One fateful day, I encountered a ghostly apparition in the bathroom mirror. A girl with long, dark hair, and she was covered in dirt. Her arms were backwards. She wept and pleaded, "Help me." I was too terrified to move. Thankfully, my mom walked in and the girl disappeared. I shared with my mom everything that had happened. She finally took me seriously enough and had my dad sage the house. Strange things still happened now and then, but I never saw the girl again. Our next-door neighbors were also new tenants, so they couldn't tell us anything, and the property owner lived out of state, so we just never asked. We lived there for another 2 years, and then my parents bought a house.